Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I don't think we as a community talk enough about the lightning quick pace of which Kabam has accelerated 6 stars, especially like it was so slow going from rank 1 to rank 2, and then rank 2 to rank 3 was pretty slow too. But ever since Paragon came into the mix, now, golly, what was it, in May of 2022? So wow, yeah. Over 6 months ago, 7 months about. Uh, we had our first rank fours, and then the July 4th weekend sales gave us some more materials. But then toward the end of 2022, Cyber Week was crazy for rank 4 materials. Just nuts. But it was also, of course, the case that 7 stars had been announced. Well, now, I want to just focus for a second on the newest trend of the toughest content, which for the peers of mine, the Legacies, the Brian Grants, the KT1s, the people with the best skills, this is really fun to do, or I guess, I don't know if it's fun, but it's doable for them. But it's also relevant. If you look at the Karina's Volume 2, and I guess especially Volume 1, and the rewards for completing all 9. If you complete all 9 of the Volume 1, you get 11,250 Tier 3 Alpha and 14,250 Tier 6 Basic. It's so crazy for me to say that because when you look at the Paragon, especially, daily cards, that's just about what you get for $35 worth of purchases with zero work. Just swiping that credit card. So Volume 1 doesn't seem worth it anymore. Volume 2, for a lot of people, doesn't seem worth it. And Volume 3 seems amazing right now, but this game moves so fast that in a year, it may not be worth the effort to do for people despite the fact that it's permanent content. The Gauntlet was, I think, worth it overall, especially if you have a rank for Hercules. But the Gauntlet, which was just, like a year and a half ago that it was introduced in the summer of 2021, was mainly hyping up rank 1 to rank 2 rank up gems. Now, those seem like an insult if you get them for free from Kabam Santa. It's that fast of a game. I'm not saying this to be a Debbie Downer. I'm saying this because for people that always fear that their skills aren't good enough to do something like Karina's challenges or the Gauntlet even, if you have the desire to save up units, or if you have the desire to spend your credit card, in 6 months, you might get those rewards or better without doing any work. And I get that part of the goal of having fun in a game is actually fighting with champions. That's obvious. But the idea that, boy, if I don't do these Karina's challenges, I'm just never going to get these rewards, the game has proven over and over and over again that that's not the case. And once 7 stars get introduced this spring, which, we're sort of nearing the last couple months, at least in the United States, of winter, and usually spring hits in, I don't know, mid to late March maybe. Although I went to Minnesota once for spring break, and it was still very much icy hockey on the ground. Ice hockey on the ground. Icy hockey is not a thing. I don't know why I said that. Regardless, the game is moving really fast right now. We don't even know what the details are of Ascension yet, and yet we kind of can imagine. Battlegrounds, of course, has changed the game in so many ways, and has made early access bundles more relevant than ever. I also think it's worth noting that with the increase in difficulty, even with a little bit of a nerf to the side quest and event quest this month and really for the presumable future, I think people have more incentive than ever to just be patient. But I will say this again and again until the end of my channel days. If you want to rent the next progression, if you have a rank 4 6-star and you want to see what a rank 5 Hercules would look like, and some of you don't have access to this, though if you buy early access bundles, you guaranteed will, at least the Cavalier version. But all you have to do is use a greater champion boost, because when I look at a rank 5 6-star, it's usually about 30 to 40% maybe better max worth of attack and health than a rank 4 6-star. It's been the same ever since you rank up 5 stars even. And so you can combine a greater champion boost with, say, a greater attack boost and a greater health boost, and suddenly you've got, well, a ton of boost. And yeah, it'll only last an hour max for the greater champion boost, and the others won't last as long, but you'll be renting that champion for pennies on the dollar. After Christmas, it's like a lull in the game. January is an interesting month, and I think we're in an interesting state as a community. I never thought this game would be thriving like this 7 years in. It's kind of exciting to know that it is, but it can also be frustrating to people who feel like they don't have the roster or the skills to keep up. And so my message to end this video is the same message I started it with. If you don't have the roster or the skills, that's okay. Because if you've got the patience to hoard units, if you've got the disposable income to, say, buy special offers, you will be rewarded with similar rewards than you thought you needed to spend Lord knows what to grind through in January. But come July or November, you'll be not having to worry about any stressful fights in order to get them. And maybe that's a bad perspective to have. Maybe I should just care about doing everything immediately and being the best I can be to challenge myself with the toughest content. But I've never done that in this game. I've never been like that. And I'm going to stay true to myself and talk about the patience of not over worrying about clearing content that is going to be irrelevant in a year to definitely 2 years. So that's my message in this video today. Thanks for watching.